Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Today we will be entering the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Till this time, Bhagavan Shankaracharya has not started as yet commenting. He will start only after the 10th verse is over. So till then, let us see the thought process that we have started, where it leads us to. So, अथ द्वितीयोऽध्यायः संजय उवाच तं तथा कृपयाविष्टम् अश्रुपूर्णाकुलेक्षणम् विषीदन्तमिदं वाक्यम् उवाच मधुसूदनः. Now Sanjay Uvacha, Sanjay has started narrating. Thereafter what happened? When Arjun has given up hopes and given up his commitment to fight the war, and he was extremely buried under the load of depression, dejection and lack of inspiration, and he has given up his bow and arrow and just sat down as if totally paralyzed. To that, to him, Tatha Krupayavishtam Ashrupurna Akula Ikshanam. This is the adjective of Arjun. So to that, who was Krupayavishtam, who was overpowered by the emotional onslaught in terms of self-pity, but glorifying as a great achievement. So this is one very important thing. Yesterday also I told you, like frustration expressed dignified way is philosophy. In the same manner, the self-pity expressed in a dignified manner is compassion. So, Krupayavishtam, he who was overpowered by the self-pity, and then Ashru Purna, Akula, Ikshanam. So he whose eyes were filled with tears, and he who was under the terrible influence of grief, Akulata. And third, Vishidantam, and he who was Vishada. So Vishidantam, the one who was under the influence of this negative mind and therefore suffering inside. To that Arjun, Madhusudanaha, Bhagavan Sri Krishna, Idam Vakyam Uvacha, thus said the following statement. So what Sanjay is doing is narrating what happened before the war began. And when is he telling? He is telling on the 10th day. So, the main question was, how it is possible that we are being defeated? So, what is the reason? This is the reason. When Arjun was overpowered by grief and frustration, it is the instruction of Bhagavan Sri Krishna who was able to inspire the dying spirit of Arjun. And therefore, your attempt to create confusion and weakness, and that Arjun was totally defeated. And now it is the inspired Arjun who is on the battlefield. And therefore, we are getting defeated. This is the whole story. So, Sanjay is telling. Now you will see, whenever Sanjay is speaking, he is having some kind of soft corner or love or respect for the Pandavas as well as Bhagavan Sri Krishna. So, Madhusudanaha, Bhagavan Sri Krishna, thus spoke to that self-pitied, frustrated, dejected Arjuna, whose eyes were filled with tears and self-compassion. Now what Bhagavan said? Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Kutastva Kashmalamidam Vishame Samupasthitam Anaryajushtamasvargyam Akirtikaram Arjuna. Sri Bhagavan Vacha, Bhagavan Sri Krishna spoke to Arjuna. Now here the most important approach, if you read in between the lines, you will know that when somebody is under the influence of dejection, grief, frustration, never glorify, never support his miseries. Otherwise somebody is miserable and you go, actually, it is only you who is able to stand like that, I do not know how you are able to do that. So that fellow becomes more miserable. It is something like, yesterday somebody phoned me. So the wife phoned me. I said, where is my Mahatma Ji? I have not spoken to him. He is someone really great. I really love him. I forgot that I was talking to his wife. And as a result, she became wild. Yes, he is only Mahatma, he is great, and we are all useless people. I said, why you have to become angry on such a small thing? When I praise your husband, you should be happy. Yes, everybody praises him, and I am the only culprit in the house, I am the only bad person. I said, do you know why he is Mahatma? He is tolerating you all these years, therefore he is a Mahatma. He has never complained even once about you, and you have nothing except complaints. So, it is necessary that when somebody is under the influence of the grief, and don't glorify that, oh, really, you are suffering so much, I don't know how you do. Never do that. Therefore, Bhagavan Sri Krishna takes him straight away on the file. Kudastva kashmalamidam vishame samuvasthitam. Where from this delusion has overpowered you? That means, why are you crying? There is nothing to cry about. This is what normally happens, when somebody is crying, you see the people's approach. They will, no, beta, it's okay, no, give him one heart so that he forgets. It is something like, one channel is going on the TV, and you don't like that channel. So you just change it. This is one of the most effective method of living in this world. I'll tell you the secret. When you are in the field, in the world, when you are meeting people, they will be asking you any number of questions about anything, whether you want to reply or not. So what you have to do? This is the technique. This is called a Sri Krishna technique. And technique is change the topic. Suppose, like many people ask us like this, Swamiji, when have you come on this line? No, you feel like giving one when you have come on this line. Then I say, hey, my phone was not working probably. Are you getting the signal here? And then he said, no, I am not getting this. What is your company? This, mine is this one, And what is this model? Now the question what that person has asked, he has forgotten because he was not serious. And we alone become serious, go on replying all this nonsense. So, here Bhagavan Sri Krishna is trying to change the channel of depression and delusion in the mind of Arjuna. And when you have to change the channel by a remote control, you don't go like that, I'm sorry, I'm just changing you. You just click it and over. Don't be unnecessarily emotional. So Bhagavan Sri Krishna starts banging him. And do you know why? See, a person who was drunk a lot, and he was lying near a gutter or in the gutter, and you happen to pass that way, and he is your very close friend. So you will feel pity on him, and you want to help him. So what type of language you will talk to him? My friend, do you know to which community you belong? Do you know what is your father's and mother's name? What standing they have in the society? And what you are doing? What your children will feel about you? Do you think he will understand all that? Pull him out of that gutter by the necktie. That is the only purpose necktie is for. There is no other purpose, because you can't have anything to hold on to. At least Indians have got, the antenna. So, you pull him out of that gutter by the necktie and then dump him in a taxi, take him home, and if he is not able to cooperate, give him one or two hard, and then that's it, over. After he comes to senses, after a day or two, then talk to him. Because when he is under that influence of that Madira, influence under the alcohol, do you think he is available to wisdom? Is he available to reason? Cannot be. See, please understand, this is very important. I was reading some Zen stories, so enchanting, and it is impossible to understand. The student goes to the teacher and tells, will you please tell me the path? So, the teacher says, what a beautiful mountain this is. Now he is asking the path, and reply is, what a beautiful mountain this is. Then the student again becomes angry. Sir, I am asking you about the path, not the mountain. Yes. But isn't this mountain very beautiful? And the story ends. Now you go on contemplating what it means. The path is already there. There is nothing that is required to be told about the path. The mountain, the I, the ego, that is the one which is the most terrible thing in this world. See, we all the time ask about sadhana. Have we ever asked about our own self? See, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi's approach, that's why I like the most. He doesn't go on beating around the bush. No. His approach is straight away, find out who you are. And then we are not less. Then we start taking the mala in the hand. Koham, 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 soham, 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 koham, soham, soham, koham. And then you start a tabla peti and bhajan kirtan, Ram, Ram, Ram. See, the inquiry has to be directly about the self. Then the path will be there, because you are the path and you are the goal. Why do you require a path? Because you consider yourself to be away from something. Therefore you require a path. See? But the truth is like our home. When you are going from your drawing room to the toilet, so drawing room to toilet becomes the path. And toilet becomes your destination, goal. And then you go out of the toilet and go to the dining room. So that becomes the path, and the dining room becomes the destination. So your house is both the path as well as the goal. In the same manner, you are the path and you are the goal. Therefore, these subtle things can be clicked to us only if we don't give too much importance to these worldly miseries and tragedies and I'm so sorry, I should not. Don't go on doing that. Don't waste time on that. So as we should not have self-pity, we should not have pity on others. We should not have compassion. No. Whatever you do, sir, best and drop it. Otherwise you carry the load, I went there, it was so miserable, I felt so bad. Next 2 days I could not sleep. Then I had to drink. So, this is not the way. Therefore, Bhagavan Sri Krishna is straight away crushing him down. Kutasva kashmalamidam? Where from this delusion overpowering you? And Vishame samupastitam, and in this place where it is not expected to be. On the battlefield, there is no place and requirement for delusion. Vishame samupastitam. And how is this? This is never glorified by anybody. Who are those where this delusion and frustration and withdrawal and lack of inspiration? What is this? This is anarya justam. This is never accepted as the right thing by the wise people. Arya justam is accepted by the wise people. Anarya justam, it is not accepted by the wise people. So the great people never ever support the miseries of the people around. No, come out of that misery. Like, our hunger, we have to satiate by eating food. We are the cause in the same manner. That is why, if you remember, I had told you number of times in this Gita when I was teaching students, that the first problem all of us have is pointing fingers at others for our miseries. But we are the cause of all our miseries and we are the cause of all our joys. Focus attention on you, not on anything else. And for that is the principle of karma. So what the karma tells, whatever you have done in the last life, you are suffering or enjoying in this life. Meaning, don't blame others. So, anarya justam, never justify that you are miserable. Never justify that you are frustrated. Never justify that under these conditions anybody will become miserable and I am that anybody. No, anarya justam. And then asvargyam. This attitude will never lead you something higher to. It will never lead you to something higher. Asvargyam. Swarga is attainment of higher realm of existence than the present realm of existence. So presently we are in the mortal world. In Swarga, we are seen in our Kathopanishad, na tatratam na jaraya vibheti ubhe tirtva ashanaya pipase modate swargaloke shokatigo modate swargaloke. So what is the Swarga? Where there are no limitations of the gross body called as the old age and the death. Then Ashana Pipasa, the limitations of the Pranamaya Kosha, and Shoka Moha, the limitation of the Manomaya Kosha. These things are not there. That is called as heaven. Heaven is not a place. Heaven is not a time. But it is that experience where these Shadurmis, these 6 modifications of these 3 koshas no more trouble us. So, asvargyam, even that will not be attained by these crying fellows. Now see, this is how, many times, one feels so surprised. Where from this thing has crept into? Cry, cry. Why cry? be happy, cheerful, and then talk to the Lord. Constantly crying, oh Lord, why don't you? What will I do? You are crying constantly. You want a crying fellow. So, anaryajustam asvargyam. And the third thing, akirti karam. Hey Arjun, this approach is not going to add to your glory. Oh, Arjun was such a great warrior. He has been always winning all kinds of wars. He has helped Indra. He has destroyed the Yakshas, and he was the most invincible and such a great warrior that he was. When the last deciding factor in his life came, like a coward, he dropped away. But otherwise, he was good. This will be your story. Therefore, akirti karam. The three things Bhagavan Sri Krishna told him. These are the three things which will keep us living in a cultured, dignified manner in this world. First, whatever we are doing in this world, is it accepted and appreciated by the wise people? Find out. See? Second thing, is it going to yield some higher results or not? Find out. Swarga. And the third thing is it going to add to our glory or it is going to create blame in our life? These are the three things by which we are prompted to live in this world. So, kutastva kashmalamidam vishame samubasthitam anaryajustam akirti karam Arjuna. Meaning, this kind of depression, dejection and the so-called compassion and love and ahimsa paramo dharmaha. See, when Ashoka the king, who took to the Buddhist philosophy, instead of having the swords in the hands of the army, he took away the swords and gave only the malas. Ahimsa, ahimsa, compassion, love. It is after the advent of Ashoka that India was attacked by the various forces. Not before that. This is not the right spirit, that is not the right creed. So, under the disguise of compassion and love, you cannot make everybody, hey Babaji. So, anaryajustam, unacceptable by the wise, asvargyam, not yielding higher results, akirti karam, and it is only going to create a bad name for you in the society. And therefore, this is not worth. When Bhagavan was talking to Arjun like this, probably Arjun was not responding. Then Bhagavan thought, he requires one more blow. And the blow he gives in the third verse. Klaibyam asmagama partha nai tattvayupapadyate kshudram hrudaya daurbalyam tyaktvotishtha parantapa. This word klaibya or klibata, this word means kliba is a eunuch. An important person is called as klib. Now what is the characteristic of this klib or the important person? He is not inspired. An uninspired person is called as a kliba purusha. And whenever we are not inspired, we cannot achieve anything in life. Whenever we are leading a life of as if carrying the load and the world is too much, but why me alone? This kind of frustrated, dejected people, as if they are obliging the world by living, these kind of people cannot achieve anything in life. Therefore, please remember, achievements are possible more because of the inspiration than because of any other factor. And you know, the force of inspiration is what? Now on this I'll give you a little more information. Please understand this. It has to go deep in you. See, an inspired person has something extraordinary in him or in her. What is that? Husband, an inspired husband. Teacher, an inspired teacher. Student, an inspired student. Driver, an inspired driver. Friend, an inspired friend. So this component of inspiration can be attached to every facet of our personality. See, and what it will do? It will bring out the best out of us every moment to such an extent that we are able to outwit our own earlier performance. That is the difference. It is not a mechanical lifestyle. That is what happens, in the government offices. They are not leading a life of inspiration. They are somehow go to the office, and after having gone to the office, then let's have a cup of tea and then a pan and then tamaku and then some politics and a cricket match. Hey, yesterday we won the match, so it was so nice, Last time, but now we have won by 5 wickets. By then, lunchtime has come. After lunchtime has come, then the problems, there was no gas at the home, Wife told me, when you go to office, arrange for the gas. As if he's going to office for the gas. And then we come back home somehow. And slowly, life becomes a mechanical existence. See? Whenever life becomes mechanical, you lose the charm of life. And then we are living because we don't have the guts to die. And therefore we drag through life. It's very important. I tell you, I have got a friend. And he was telling me, he said, Swamiji, I have decided not to earn, I just don't bother. I said, then how you are? You are not a Babaji like me. You have got a wife, children, family. No, my brothers and others support. They are very good. I said, they are very good. What about you? How long are you going to be a parasite on them? In this world, never spend a single moment without earning. You have to earn. And then live like that, then that's a dignified existence. Otherwise, somebody is giving me what? Up to a particular level, as a student, yes, first few days of life is true, but when you want everything around you according to your choice, then you earn for that. It's very important. And that is what is possible when you are inspired. Otherwise, the things are happening, Bhagwan ki daya se hoga. Nothing will happen. You will have only complaints and nothing else. Therefore, klaibyam asvagama partha, don't yield to impotency. Don't lack inspiration. Live every moment of your life with an inspired existence. It's very, very important. Wealth must be produced. There is nothing that can justify. That's why I know many times, people like us who are walking the spiritual path, they have this somehow the notion. No, we are Bairagis, we don't do anything. Only we open the mouth at 12 o'clock and go on eating and wait for the next evening to open again. And simply live in this world. No. We have to serve and earn every bread that we eat in this world. You may not earn money directly, but serve. Then only life is worth living. Otherwise, then you get into depression. Remember last time one Gujarati lady came? How much she was, my God, when I seen for the first time, like a statue. And what was the reason? Reason, prosperity. Depression is the gift to the prosperity. A poor man, hand to mouth, is never depressed. Where is the time for depression? He has to work and earn money. So, Klaibhyam Masmagama Partha, Arjun, don't yield to impotency. This is not the right way of living. One. Now, the second thing is very subtle. And this is how, to understand Bhagavad Gita, you must have the knowledge of Mahabharata. And then you'll see how Bhagavan Sri Krishna has been working on Arjun. This is how the Lord works on every one of us. If you understand how the Lord worked on Arjun, you will understand every event of your life is for your growth. Now what Bhagavan said, Klaibhyam Masmagama. It was only Bhagavan Sri Krishna and Arjun who knew that the last 1 year of incognito existence, Arjun was living like a eunuch in the kingdom of Virat. And he was teaching Tata Thaiya to the daughter of Virat, Uttara. And Bhagavan is telling, last 1 year you have been working that. Has it overpowered you or what? See, those people who live in a particular area for a long period of time, their language, pronunciation, they get influenced by the local, impact. If you go to, let us say, hilly area, Nepalis in your, Nepal or border area, those people who speak Hindi, typically you know that this is the Nepali Hindi. And those who are among the Biharis, the moment the Biharis start talking, you understand he is from Bihar. This is how Bhagavan is telling, you had been a eunuch, although acting for so many years, for so many months, 12 months in a row, has it made you really what? Naturally imagine how much angry Arjun must have become. You are calling me that? See, the highest insult to a man is to call him a eunuch. So, when he started shaking, Bhagavan said, thank God, now at least he is coming out of that depression and dejection. Because he was not responding. So somehow or the other, he has to start wriggling, he has to start responding. So, Klaibhyam Masmagama Partha. Hey Partha, don't yield to impotency. Why? Na etat tvai upapadyate. Tvai in you, this is not expected of you. See? It is something like that, we go to a Mahatma. The other day, where I was talking about this same topic, one lady asked me this question, Swamiji, what is that? When we go to the Mahatmas, we like them, we want to spend more time with them. What is the secret? I said the secret is because they don't cry and they don't compete with our miseries and they try to help us out. I said, suppose it happens. Some young boy comes to me and starts crying. And his reason for crying is, Swamiji, I am trying my best, but no girl loves me and I am not able to get married. And my parents say, you find out, we will not find out for you. And Swamiji, do something for you. Please get me a girl, I want to get married. If he is talking to me, crying with all sincerity, I compete with him. Arey yaar, if I could get married, do you think I would have become a Babaji? Will you call me a Mahatma? No. See? Klaibhyam Masmagama Partha na etat tvai upapadyate. It is not expected that a Mahatma should cry for the wife. See? In the same manner, it is not expected that a personality like Arjun should start crying on the battlefield. Just imagine how much frustrated Bhagavan Sri Krishna must be feeling. His own friend, such a powerful warrior, like a woman, started crying. Once I made this statement, like a woman started crying, somewhere in Bihar or Bengal, and immediately one lady got up. You cannot, and when the anger is in a wrongly pronounced English or Hindi, it becomes such a fun. So he said, why do you say that women are crying and all that? They never cry. I said, okay, I'm sorry, I withdraw my statement. Why are you crying like a man for the woman? When a man cries for the woman, how frustrated he looks. So, na etatvai upapadyate. This is not expected of you. And therefore, kshudram hridaya daurbalyam tyaktva. Give up this weakness of your heart. Kshudram, and it is of the most disgusting nature. So, this disgusting weakness of lack of self-confidence, give it up. And uttishta, and arise. And to make him feel that he is someone great, Bhagavan says, parantapa. Arjun, do you know your position? Your position is, parantapa means paran tapayeti, paran shatrun. The one who is able to create terror in the mind of the enemy, this is called as parantapa. So, Arjun was on the side of the Pandavas, and his presence inculcated confidence and courage among the Pandavas. Now, never mind, Arjun is with us. And Arjun was creating a terror and fear in the minds of the ranks of the Kauravas. My God, Arjun is from their side. Thus, staying in one side, he was able to influence both the sides. Therefore, he was called as Parantapa. So, Kshudram Hridaya Daurbalyam Tyaktva Uttishta Parantapa. Arise. Like, the other day somebody came and told me, Swamiji, you are really great. I said, thank you very much. Anything more? He said, no, I have started something and I put Vivekananda's picture and written there. Uttishtata Jagrata, arise, awake and stop not till the goal is reached. And I thought these are the original words of Vivekananda. But then in Kathopanishad you have taught us. It is from there, but Vivekananda never told. I said, all the Mahatmas are thieves. They never tell. And it can't be called as a theft because it is from their own heart. The wisdom experience is not different. So, Uttishta Parantapa, arise, awake and stop not till the goal is reached. This inspiration is required if you want to fight the battle of life. Fighting the battle of life means what? Live every moment on the war footings. This is the meaning. What is the meaning of living on war footings? Fight with everybody? No. War footing means what? Like in the war time, we are extremely alert and we are always prepared. See? That is the meaning of living the life on war footings. Never lead a life of a laziness and taking the things for granted and things may be all right. No, this is not the way. You have to be extremely alert every moment. So, klaibyam asmagama partha nae tattvai upapadyate kshudram hridaya daurbalyam tyaktvotishtha parantapa. Now, when this was said, Arjun Maharaj starts objecting. See? How can I, why should I this, how and why? These are the two dirtiest words in the language. For the first time, my lecture on Mauj Mein Raho, this is how Mauj Mein Raho started. They called me somewhere in Bombay, and I was in a very different mood. And I said, Swamiji, on what topic you will talk? I said, how does it matter? Why don't you be happy? Mauj Mein Raho, sab theek ho jayega. And that fellow has taken Mauj Mein Raho as the topic. He said, okay. And this is how it all started. So here, if you want to be really cheerful and happy, avoid two words. One is why. Well, why they are like that? They are like that. There is no why. The day you will drop this word why from your mind and vocabulary, you will have no questions. Every question begins with why. Why God created this world? Delete why. God created this. Okay, do namaskar to God, the world. But why he is angry? He is angry, yes. So protect yourself. See? The moment you drop this why and how, your life will change. And this is how Arjun begins. Arjuna uvacha katham bhishmamaham sankhe dronam cha madhusudana ishubhi pratiyotsyami pujarha varisudana. Arjuna vacha, Arjuna responds, Hey Madhusudana, Hey Arisudana. He is addressing Bhagavan Sri Krishna by two names in the two lines. Madhusudana, Arisudana. So, Aham Bhishmam Katham Sankhe Dronam cha Ishubhi Pratiyotsyami. O teacher, kindly tell me, Hey Madhusudana, Hey Arisudana. Madhusudana is the one, I told you, the killer of the demon Madhu, attachment. And Arisudana is the killer of the enemies. So you have gathered these good names around you, Madhusudana, Arisudana, and I will kill my Bhishmacharya and Dronacharya. Then I will have the beautiful names, degrees attached to my name. Arjuna, Kaurav or Pandav, Bhishma Sudana and Drona Sudana. This is what you want me to do. Therefore, Katham Aham Ishubhi Pratiyotsyami. Now the words used are very important. What is telling? How can I Pratiyotsyami, retaliate? Retaliate means what? Even if they attack me, I am not supposed to retaliate. Forget about me attacking them. See the depth in understanding. So, Ishubhi Pratiyotsyami is to attack. Pratiyotsyami is to protect and therefore retaliate if somebody attacks on you. So, Ishubhi Pratiyotsyami, how can I even think of that? Why? Because Pujar how? They are worthy of worship. So, those who are worthy of worship, forget about even giving them back. I cannot think of anything else. It is something like, suppose whether it is right or wrong, that is not the issue. But if the father gives the son, maybe the father is wrong. Does it mean that the son should give back to the father? You are wrong, therefore I give two now with interest. No. Because pujar how both of them are worthy of worship. So, under these conditions, how do you expect me that I should attack them when I am not even imagining to retaliate? How to attack? Because they are worthy of worship and reverence. Now, what is happening, The identity crisis. On the battlefield, who is your grandfather and who is your teacher? Nobody. On the battlefield, you are a warrior, a soldier, that's it. There is no other relationship. With the enemy, any other relationship is detrimental. So, Katham Bhishmamaham Sankhe Dronam cha Madhusudana Ishubhi Pratiyotsyami Pujarha Varisudana. Now, this statement he is justifying in the next verse. This is how we take wrong decisions and then justify our wrong decisions. This is how we decide first and think later. Actually, we should think first and then decide, not the other way around. Now, what he has to say? Guru na hatva hi mahanubhavan श्रेयो भोक्तुम भैक्षमपीह लोके हत्वार्थ कामांस्तु गुरूनिहैव भुञ्जीय भोगान् रुधिरप्रदिग्धान् गुरून् अहत्वा गुरून् महानुभावान् अहत्वा. The great people like Guru, Bhishmacharya, Dronacharya, ahatva, having not killed, Shreyaha, better for me is Bhoktum Bhaiksham api iha loke. It is worth for me that I go and beg food for my survival, rather than killing these great people, elders in this battlefield. Because hatvartha kamans tu gurun ihaiva. So, having killed the elderly people, guru, etc., for what? Artha kaman. So, for the sake of only the worldly attainment and possession, artha and the kama. Because when we are fighting this war, what for? This war we are fighting so that we get our kingdom, and after we get kingdom, what will you do? We'll enjoy. So these are the only two things that I am thinking, that through this war, what we are going to achieve by killing our own elderly people is nothing but artha and the kama. And what will be the enjoyment? Bhunjiya bhogan rudhira pradigdhan. And all the enjoyments will be stained by the blood of all those nears and dears who will be killed by me in this war. Rudhira is blood. So, after the war is over, there will be a census. So many people died. Everywhere there was bloodshed. And then I will start enjoying my kingdom, start enjoying my all kinds of indulgence. But that time, the blood stains, the blood spots. Everywhere, will they ever allow me to enjoy? Therefore, how do you expect me? That you are very easily abusing me. Klaibyam asvagama partha. What is there? Anarajushtava svargyam akirtikaram arjuna. And therefore I am confused. Now Arjuna is coming to his correct identification of the disease. The 6th verse. Na chaitad vidma kataranno gariyo yadva jayema yadivano jayeyuhu yaneva hatvana jijivishamaha teva sthita pramukhe dhartarashtraha na etad vidmaha kataran no gariyo. We are not able to understand what is the right thing to be done. Na etad vidmaha kataran no gariyo. What is better? Yadva jayema yadivano jayeyuhu. Whether we are going to win the war or they are going to win the war, and between these two, what is better? Whether we should win the war and defeat them, or we should allow them to win over us and get defeated. Because ultimately the kingdom is going to remain within the same family. Na etad vidmak kataranno gariyaha. Gariyaha superior. From Guru the word Gariya, Kadaranno Gariyaha, Yadvadeva Yadivano Jayu. Then Yaneva Hatvana Didi Vishamaha. And suppose you say, naturally when you have come to the battlefield, you have come to win the battle. And if you have to win the battle, you have to kill the people in the enemy side. And if I kill the people in the Kauravas ranks, then Yaneva Hatvana Didi Vishamaha. Then having killed them, I will never desire to live thereafter. So, ye avasthita pramukhe dhartarashtraha. So, in front of me, all these kids of Dhritarashtra, Duryodhanadi, they are in front of me, and having killed all of them, will I ever think of leading a very cheerful and happy life? Because, after all, they belong to our clan alone. And therefore, I am confused now. Whether we should fight the war. First confusion. Second, suppose we fight the war, whether we should win the war and kill them or allow them to win over us and get killed. And this is creating a great confusion in my mind. See, a mind with doubts cannot perform with confidence. Doubt is a virus in the mind which takes away the confidence. It is something like this, Suppose you are taking food and suddenly it happened to me once. I was taking food, khichdi and aloo ki sabji, somebody's house. And I don't know why that day, many times I have said, suddenly my mind starts behaving in a very funny manner and I allow it to do it. I said, hey, get away, let me take my food. Nobody is going to serve me. No, Swamiji. I said, no means no. Then I took khichdi and in one bowl I had taken this aloo sabji, papad. I said, now you take. And I took first spoon of that sabji and put it, and there was a sweet little cute cockroach there. Now the question was, I had declared that there is a cockroach everywhere, and the whole group which has come to take food, there was no anything else over there, and create a commotion. And the worst part, the bad feeling in the hostess's mind. What happened? I had done this thing, that thing. So the only thing is, then I put it there, and over that I put one khichdi. How many of you never take out like this? I said, yes, today I have done pindadan. Keep it there. And then I ate only khichdi, I didn't take sabji. Sabji you are not eating. I said, what I will do, I will decide. Who are you to ask me what I should do or not? Swami, why are you angry today? I said, I will beat you if you ask me anything further. So in that, I had just covered up the whole thing. So when I have seen that there is something bad, the doubt has come in the mind, then you cannot act with confidence. This is the simple rule. Therefore, samshayatma vinashyati in the 4th chapter, Bhagavad Sri Krishna says, there should not be any doubt. And this is what Dhritarashtra successfully did. He created doubt in the mind of Arjuna. For that purpose, all the Pandavas. But other 4 were very committed and confident. Therefore, doubt could not be created. Therefore, doubts are created in the weak minds, not in the perfect minds. And such people, doubtful people, are constantly asking questions about everything. There are some people whom I just don't talk. Because the moment they see, like the urticaria, allergy, their mind starts throwing questions. And so many questions. So I said, I don't know any question, I will not reply any one of them. So, this doubt is the one which takes away all the vitals of our personality, and confidence is lost, and such a person without inspiration and confidence cannot achieve success in life. And this has happened to Arjun, and therefore he says in the 7th verse, Karpanya doshopahata svabhavaha. Pruchhami tvam dharma sammudha chetaha. Yashreyasyan nishchitam bruhi tanme. Shishyasteham shadhimam tvam prapannam. Karpanya dosha apahata svabhavaha. Upahata svabhavaha. He is describing his own mind, his own characteristics, his own personality at this moment. He says, Aham, I am. Who am I? Karpanya dosho pahata svabhavaha. He whose svabhava, his natural disposition, is upahata, is destroyed, is killed. By what? Karpanya dosha. So the one whose natural disposition is weakened and destroyed because of the impact of this Karpanya dosha. What is the Karpanya dosha? The same thing, Krupaya Avishtaha, same root. So Karpanya dosha is the weakness born out of the smallness of thinking, is called as Karpanya dosha. When we think very small, I and my wife and nothing beyond that, then that kind of thinking is a very cheap thinking. So he has realized that he has been thinking in terms of me and mine, my people, my guru, my grandfather, my relations. And this is what creates this Karpanya dosha. As a result, our own natural inclination is weakened away. Now see, here I will give an example. To help the son is natural to the father. Now, if the father is not able to help the son as a father, but then he has become a minister. Now, as a minister, he has got lot of power. But as a father, he has no power. So what will this man do? He will borrow the powers of the minister portion of his personality and benefit his son. So this is called as Karpanya dosha. He is not thinking in terms of the national security, in terms of the national welfare, but he is thinking in terms of I and my son, I and my wife. And because of that, apahata svabhav, upahata svabhavaha. His original glory that he is a great patriot, he has done such great thing, everything is gone away. See? This is why whenever our weakness is recognized by the enemy will invoke that weakness and take away our inner strength. So, Karpanya dosha upata svabhavaha. And then dharma sammudha chetaha, the impact of this narrow-minded thinking, because of which my earlier glorious existence has been clouded, that me, dharma sammudha chetaha, now I have become confused about my own dharma. Now here this word dharma has to be understood very exhaustively and clearly. See, when I am here in front of you, at this time in the relative world, what is my dharma? My dharma is I am a teacher and I should teach you. properly with all sincerity. That is my dharma. If I know about it, if I am aware about it, there will be no problem. But instead of that, my own dharma, if I remember something and if I become moody, if I become frustrated, dejected, this happened, that happened, I don't know, then I will not be able to bring out the teacher out of me. Because then I am caught up in some small little things. The same thing is equally true for the students. When we have come here for a short period of few years, so that we study and get out of this place. Don't hold on to anything in this world. Once you are clear, what is your dharma? So the dharma of the teacher is to teach, the dharma of the student is to learn, the dharma of the wife is to keep the husband happy, the dharma of the husband is to understand the wife. Then all these things are clearly done. There is no confusion in life. So, dharma sammudha chetaha. Now see, which teacher doesn't know what is the dharma of the teacher? Everybody knows. Dharma here means duty. Which father doesn't know what is the duty of a father toward the children? He knows. And yet there is a confusion. Now why the confusion happens? Because of the identity crisis. Whether on the battlefield, I am a grandson, a disciple of Dronacharya, or I am a warrior. This sammudhata, this confusion, this delusion, this crisis about my own real identity has created this problem. What is my duty at this moment of time? So, this is what has happened. And he tells the cause. The cause is karpanya dosha upahata svabhavaha. Because I have become too narrow-minded. So, one wife tells the other friend, earlier my husband was a fat head. Then I asked him to go on diet. So he went on diet. Now how is he? He is now become narrow-minded. So, that narrow-mindedness takes away your vitals. And therefore, dharma sammudha chetaha. And therefore, O teacher, yash shreyaha syad nishchitam bruhitan me. Yat shreyaha syad. That which will be, this is the future tense, yat shreyaha syat, that which will be for my absolute good. Please remember, this word has come number of times in the mouth of Arjuna. Shreyascha preyascha. Don't forget from Kathopanishad. Every situation presents us an option. Either get entangled in the world, called as the path of prayer, or get out of the limitation of the world, called as the path of Shreya. So Arjuna says, Yes, Shreyaha Syat. O teacher, what is for my absolute good? Nishchitam bruhitan me. Kindly tell me for certain. Nishchitam. Don't tell me in a confused way. Maybe you may tell me and then I will try to do that. Never. See, this happened in the life of Vinoba Bhave. The first ministry, they have passed the resolution and it came that we will become self-sufficient as regard the food is concerned, and if required then we may import grains from outside the country. So Vinoba Bhave wrote a letter to then agriculture minister. Why you people have such a disgusting approach to life? So he said, you please come and address. I'll call all the officers. Then Vinoba Bhave spoke to them. He said, up to here what he said, we will attain self-sufficiency in food is a statement of a man. Why you have to appendix that other thing? But if there is no possibility, we may import. By this, your spirit is dead already. Don't keep a negative option as if this happens. Why it will happen? Go ahead with the firmness of resolution. You will succeed. So here also, Bruhi, Nishchitam Bruhi Tanme. Oh Lord, tell me for certain. Don't leave me options. Arjun Savo, see, this is also there, that is also there. Now you decide. Don't do that. I am a dumb fellow now. Kindly tell me, get up, I'll get up. Because a military person is never given an order like this thing. By the right, quick march. Aage dekh lena. No. It is not said, then see what happens. No, you have to tell every step. So here also, Yashreyasya Nishchitam Rohitanme. Now the question is, why should I tell you? Because Shishyaste Ham. Aham te Shishyaha, I am thy disciple. Now here is the most important thing. Unless Arjuna has accepted the discipleship of Bhagwan Sri Krishna, Bhagwan Sri Krishna did not start giving him any upadesh or any instruction. This is the basic principle in our scriptures. Na prishtaha kasyachid bruyat nacha anyayena cha pruchchataha janan apihi medhavi jadavat lokam acharet. Unless somebody has sincerely asked, unless there is a sincerity in the inquiry, never talk to anybody. Then jadavat lokam acharet. Live in this world as a dumb one. There is no need. But what happens, the undigested knowledge, like the vomition or like the sneezing, when it comes you can't stop it. And then you want to go and teach and teach and teach everybody. And this is such a terrible disease to give advice and take decisions on any issue for anybody. And there we feel, as elderly people, we have fulfilled our duties. What is that duty? Advise everybody, take decisions for everybody, and then blame everybody for whatever happens. So here, the teacher, Arjun says, I am thy disciple. And therefore, I deserve to be instructed by you. See the word, meaning of the word Shishya is what? Shasanat Shishyaha. The one who is dictated is called as the disciple. Disciple is not to be told, will you please do this if you like? No. You know the basic difference between the disciple and a devotee? A devotee is the one for whom the teacher changes. And a disciple is the one who is ready to change so that he grows spiritually. So two things. One is the readiness to change, and second is the ability to change. The one who has got these two qualities is called as a disciple. If we are ready to change but not able to change, then it becomes a challenge to the Guru. We try to improve upon this fellow. Our second thing is we are able to change but we don't want to change. Then such a stubborn person is never wanting to walk spiritual path sincerely. Therefore, Shishyaha teham, and therefore Shadhimam. Shadhi means Anushasana. Put me into right kind of discipline at the physical, mental and intellectual level. Now the reason is Mam Prapannam, because I am surrendered to you completely. Now this is one very important thing. When you go to a doctor and tell, Doctor, I have just come to take your opinion because I have already seen few doctors. What is your opinion? So the doctor say, no, what do you say? Oh, they are all right, very good, all the best. Because you are only gathering information. Here the teacher is very clearly told, I have no refuge than you. Then alone the teacher will take all the care, all the involvement. But if the student is having this kind of approach, let me try, I have tried that also, I have tried this also, let me try this, then he say, keep on trying, nothing will help you. Therefore, mam prapannam tvam, the one I who is surrendered to you, please instruct. Now, prapanna is the one, it is me who is approaching to you, it is not the other way around. So I know it is my need, it is not your need, sir, and therefore kindly instruct me. So in this manner, Arjun says, Karpanya doshopata svabhavaha pruchhami tvam dharma samodajeta. Cause is Karpanya dosha. Result is upata svabhavaha. And therefore, not knowing what is to be done or not to be done. And I don't know my own good is in what. And I am the disciple, therefore kindly instruct me, because I surrender myself fully at thy holy feet. In this manner, Arjuna has now taken a perfect position. Till this time in his life, he was looking upon Bhagavan Krishna as a friend. Hey Krishna, hey Yadava, hey Sakhe iti. He has never taken Bhagavan Sri Krishna as either a teacher. He might have taken as a Godhead, but only Godhead is not enough. One has to accept the teacher, and then only instructions are given. And this is what Arjuna has done in this 7th chapter verse. And Mahatma says, if you have got any doubt in your mind about something, take mala, sit before the Lord and chant this verse for maybe 11 times, 21 times. Put your doubt or confusion before the Lord and chant this with all sincerity, taking the vow that you are Arjuna and you are standing before Bhagavan Sri Krishna, and Bhagavan Sri Krishna is there and he is listening to your prayer with all sincerity. You will get a reply from within. This is what many Mahatmas say. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.